get off the trailer. Is that your clutch? Oof, wow. Alright, getting her into the workshop. It's a bit tight, but there's the smoke. There we go. There it is. I need to guide him on this. Hang on. Alright, we got her inside. It was a bit tight, but managed. I'm gonna get the proper camera and start recording this tomorrow. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So as you saw on the intro, we have this 180SX in. I keep calling it 180SX. It's actually a 200SX. The reason I keep calling it a 180SX is because in Australia, we only got these in the 180SX. What's the difference? 180 means a 1.8 litre engine. 200SX is the 2 litre engine. So this is the 200SX. But because I'm so used to the 180s, we're gonna call this one a 180, all right? Anyway, this came in because the owner is having some misfiring issue. It's blowing a lot of smoke. He believes that the piston rings are fried. Reason being, he just got it tuned. The tune went well. Let the car sit for about a month. And then after that 1 month, he took it for a drive. Not a harsh drive, just a quick drive. And then it just started blowing shit ton of smoke. So he feels like the piston rings are fried. We're gonna get started on this 180SX and do some testing. We're gonna start off by testing the injectors, testing the spark, doing a compression test. If those 3 things are good, then we'll move into dismantling the head and everything like that. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. Here we go. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're gonna check the injectors first, because usually, like I said, common issue for these to get clogged up, especially with E85. This is not E85, but might as well just check it. It's a quick one. After we check that, we'll check spark, we'll check compression, and then from there we start tearing into the engine. The reason I want to check the spark and the compression is because we have that misfire already. And if there is something wrong with the ring lands, the owner said that there's smoke coming from the dipstick, so that's why we know that there's blow by. But at the same time, I want to check it just to see if we have any loss of compression in any of the cylinders. Let's get to it. Check the injectors, check spark, check compression, and then we'll pull the head off. Here we go. Alright, I've got the injectors out. We're just gonna run it for a bit and see how it fires. If there's a good spray pattern or if one of them is clogged up, we'll know straight away. So crank it for 5 seconds, spray for 5 seconds and see how it goes, huh? Oh, stop. Oops. We won't be able to run this test. Usually they have a self-locking pin where they hold all of these into place, but pressure too high, so I can't do this test. Never mind. We'll move forward. I'll ask the guy to send these to get individually tested anyway. This is just a quick one that we could have done here, but aftermarket rail, no retainer clips, keep popping out. So never mind that. Let's move forward to see if we can find the if the coil packs are misfiring or if there's a low compression on one of the cylinders. Huh? Here we go. All right. Next, we're just gonna lift up the coils to see if we can hear spark in every single coil. These are just quick tests, so then we can see if everything is working correctly. Yeah? So confirm they're all working, but can you see the smoke coming from this? Yeah, let's run another quick test. Woo! Yeah, that is excessive blow by. Let's do a compression test as well to see what's happening there. Try it again with a little adapter. Cylinder number 1 is only showing 25 psi. can be good. So if there's any problem, it must be cylinder number 1. There's something wrong with cylinder number 1. So now we know the reason for the misfire is because there's no compression on cylinder 1. Maybe the blow-by is coming from piston number 1 as well. I believe cylinder 1 has a big problem here. So yeah, let's just start pulling the head off and start digging in. So here we go. Got the car jacked up. We're gonna drain the oil. I'll clean the drain tray just so we can see if there's any warm particles inside, because we never know. From the looks of this engine now, things are not looking good, All right, let's get to it. All right, so the oil doesn't look too bad. Like there is sparkles, nothing to really be concerned about. The oil's pretty black though, but anyway, all right, let's keep digging. Here we go. Alright, so I got the valve cover off already, and I was rotating the engine and I found something straight away. If you look at the chain tensioner, even after rotating it, it begins to sag after a while. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that. The last time I worked on an S13 was when I was in Australia, and that was over 10 years ago now. So, so I can't remember if that tensioner is supposed to stay tensioned or if it's supposed to release like that. But either way, to me, it doesn't seem right. I'm gonna get the owner to probably look into that because yeah, he's only paying me to dismantle the car. Check the problem and then assemble back, but he's gonna get all the parts himself. So anyway, let's continue digging and see what else we find out. Here we go. Alright, I'm not going to pull off everything because that's just too much extra work. So what I'm doing is just moving the intake manifold to the side. I'm going to tie it up here so it's out of the way. The same with the turbo side, and then we can lift up the head just straight up. Anyway, enough talking, let's continue on. Here we go. So I've run out of time. Unfortunately, I could not get there's one bolt right in there that I cannot get out of the exhaust manifold. So yeah, I'm struggling a little bit there, but I've already run out of time. I have to head back home now because my mother-in-law is at the house and we're going out for dinner. So I'm gonna pack up and I'll continue again tomorrow.
3 days later.
Removing the rockers. If you notice on this engine, it's got one of these slotted collars. I think that's what they're called anyway. So it's only on one side and not the other side. So it's only been held together or in place by this one side only. I remember the owner mentioning that he has already blown 7 of these engines. So he's gone through a few of these engines. I'm gonna see if he's got any of the old ones still at home, because what I will do is I will put the same collet onto the other side as well. So then it's been held on together by both sides instead of just by one, just to make it more safer and prevent the rockers from falling out and causing more issues. Pretty effective upgrade, cheap if you have spare engines, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna ask if he's got that and then do that. For now, I'm just gonna pull them up and put it all into baggies and then continue on. Piston. This has got a melted piston. I think I was mentioning that earlier on. Actually, I know I mentioned it to the owner, that this is common for the injectors to get clogged up and run lean. Usually when they run lean, of course, the combustion is a lot stronger. You get more pre-ignition and then you end up with a melted piston. So let's show you what it looks like. So you can see that there. A big gap right here. That means that the piston has melted right on this corner right here. All the other ones I think look okay, but yeah, so it's just piston number 1. I'm gonna rotate the engine now and have a look what the cylinder board looks like, because if that's bad, then this engine is gonna need a complete rebuild. Yep, and we have scoring inside of the cylinder bore. So yeah, that's part of the piston being melted onto it. This engine's gonna have to get rehoned. Something else I found as well actually is the timing marks that are on this are wrong. Now that I rotate the engine, well, let me rotate the engine. Okay, so I rotate the engine. If we look here, I set it to the marking that it had before. And if you notice, the piston is not all the way to the top. Unless they did that for tuning purposes, but top dead center is that other yellow mark right there. It all depends on the tuner, what he does. But yeah, maybe that was on purpose. I'm not sure. Either way, we know what our problem with this engine is. And now we can move forward. Handsome man right here. That's right, ladies. He's single.
And available.
And available. Yeah. Single and available.
Yeah. Give me a call.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this guy is not looking for one wife. He's looking for 4 wives. A selfish man right here. Nah, just kidding, bro. So I need to update the owner of the car about this and see what he wants to do about this. If he still has some of the other engines, maybe we can take a piston and everything from that and put it into this. That's it for this video, guys. I will get back to you as soon as I find out from the owner. Until then, remember to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, remember to share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.